The dancing Baroness.
I'm ready to go on stage with her now.
Hi guys, welcome to BlackTree TV. We are coming to you from Washington, D.C., giving you live coverage of the inauguration. We are still in Washington, D.C. We are at the Shakespeare Theater. We are at the African Diaspora inaugural ball, and a lot of things are happening over here. Today we have a very special guest on our show. I'm very excited to her. Actually, we are very honored to have her on BlackTree TV. It is the Baroness Amos of the United Kingdom, former leader of the House of Lords, as well as Secretary of State. Ma'am, welcome to BlackTree TV.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
It is such a pleasure and an honor. Obviously, change is nothing to you. You have made so many strides. You have made history in your own right.
Well, thank you very much. But I mean, what we're seeing here in Washington is really, really special. I mean, the election of the first African-American president, who I think represents both an end of something in terms of, you know, that long history of struggle, not just here in the United States, but in other parts of the world, but the beginning of something else too, which is, you know, America as a global and positive movement for change, and that's what I think we in the rest of the world want to see.
Excellent. Now, in your presentation tonight, I was very moved by it. You said something that struck me. You said that Barack Obama is not only America's president, but he's our president. You're from the United Kingdom. What does this mean? And really what I mean by that is, do you think that what's happened here might influence change in the United Kingdom in terms of having maybe a black prime minister down the road?
Well, I think we have to recognize that each of our countries is very different. The United Kingdom's political system is not like the political system here. It's much more incremental. I think the really important thing about Barack Obama's election is the hope it gives to black people around the world that, you know, finally their achievement is being recognized. And I think that, you know, what he has achieved is that every young black child out there knows that this is possible. And of course his achievement is much wider than that, because we have huge expectations of him, not just as black people around the world, but as people around the world, because I think we want to see change in the way that our countries work together. He's not going to be able to achieve everything that is on our agenda, but I think the hope that his election brings is the thing that's really important.
Excellent, excellent. Now, moving the conversation a little more to the continent of Africa, maybe the Caribbean, do you think that we might see some changes in politics, as it were, in Africa in terms of some of the leadership there maybe wanting to step down and shortening the terms of presidency over there?
Well, I think we should be realistic about the things that we're seeking to see happen as a result of Barack Obama's election. Of course, we expect to see some global shift. I think principally in the way that the United States exercises its power around the world, but I think we also have to be realistic. He is first and foremost the President of the United States of America, regardless of whether or not we all think of him as our president. And he will have to put the domestic priorities, particularly issues around the financial crisis and so on, at the very top of his agenda. But I hope that what people, not just in Africa but around the world, will see is that they as people have the possibility of influencing change. It's the people of America who voted for Barack Obama. And if we're going to see change in terms of governance and leadership on the African continent, then it will be because the people force the pace of change. I was recently in Ghana, the second time that you had a peaceful handover from one president to another, and that happened because the people of Ghana wanted to see that, and their system made that possible. So, you know, power to the people is what I say.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, as a leader in your own right, what words of wisdom, advice would you have for our president coming up on Tuesday when he takes office?
I'd be a pretty bold woman to give President-elect Obama.
But you have done some bold moves, though, Baroness.
No, but I think that he has already demonstrated his skill. Okay. I think he will focus, and I think that he will not be carried away by all of the hype and excitement, which we are carried away by. That's for us to do.
Okay.
I think he will be focusing on the job in hand and really wanting to do his best, whatever the constraints. And there will be constraints. I know that from my own experience.
Okay, well, as a mover and shaker, what's next for you?
Watch this space.
All right, you heard it first from Baroness. Watch this space. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And enjoy yourself.
Thank you. I intend to.
All right.
Great to talk to you.
And best for 2009.
Thanks.
Bye, guys.